Leaving our motel now, getting ready to head back home. We're going to be riding up A1A, which is right along the oceanway here. Beautiful ride. Sometimes it's good to ride the interstate, make time and all, but sometimes you got to get off that beaten path and just enjoy the beauty and the scenery.
This is the place to do that.
It certainly is.
People who ride up and down Interstate 95 and never experience this are missing
so much.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because you just watch the ocean as you drive.
Some parts of it you can't see the ocean, but a lot of it you can, and it's just very serene and tranquil and beautiful. We're going to make a quick stop at 7-Eleven up here.
Yes, got to fill up on some drinks. We've been out through here before and actually have seen dolphins jumping.
Well, I saw some from the pier yesterday.
You see, I don't see no shrimp boats this morning, but you can see them out. We saw a barge yesterday. Mountains are beautiful and ocean's just like the opposite. It's beautiful as well, but just, it's just different. I don't know how to say that.
Well, that's oh, you can see.
Yeah.
Coming up on the Flagler Beach Pier.
Where we both fished last night. Had a bunch of bites, but you did catch something. It just...
I did end up catching a fish, unfortunately, and I know this sounds like a fish story, but it really isn't. I did hook something that was pretty good size. Unfortunately, it got tangled up in the line next to the other guy, and by the time we were sorting that out, the fish was off. I don't know if it was a shark or what it was. So I know they were catching a lot of catfish out there last night, and that may have been what I hooked, and if it is, I'm glad it got off, because I'd rather deal with a shark than a catfish. A shark, all you have to worry about is his mouth. A catfish has at least 3 different fins that can put a hurting on you.
The guy beside of us, he caught a little stingray.
Yeah, he caught a stingray, but I did have something on there pretty good size. Don't know what it was, because like I say, it got tangled. But we'll show you more of A1A here in a moment.
Okay, we're just riding up A1A in the Flagler Beach area.
The north side of it, getting ready to leave Flagler Beach. Flagler's grown up a lot over the years, but it's still pretty laid back compared to like Daytona Beach, Ormond Beach, St. Augustine. We always ride through here and talk about which houses we'd like to have. She's always wanted one with that top deck up there.
Yeah, I said I'd want to sit up there so I could see the ocean.
And even when you can't see the ocean, this is still just a beautiful drive. I want you to look at all of the, it's almost like a palm tree forest in a way there. That's pretty much all you see is either palm or palmettos. And it's just, some of these homes up through here are just absolutely beautiful. Got a couple other places we're going to go by. Used to be one of the first Florida aquatic, I don't want to say theme parks, but I mean they didn't have rides or anything, but where you could see marine life and aquatic life was Marineland. Now Marineland's been completely redone the last several years. It's been a long time, probably 20 years since we've been there, and I don't know exactly what it is now. I think the University of Florida uses it as a research place for dolphins and things like that, but you actually can pay to have a dolphin encounter here and swim with the dolphins. And we've not ever done that. Might have to do that sometime. It's not cheap, but we'll be coming up on that in a little bit. And also, y'all know I love going across inlets that enter into the ocean, and we're going to be going across my favorite one up here in just a little bit, Matanzas Inlet. Very close to St. Augustine, but I just think it's really neat the way we cross over the inlet in the Atlantic Ocean. You can see beaches on both sides of the inlet. It's just a really neat spot. Alright, over here, can't really get a good view of it. This is called Washington Oaks. State Park. And I want you to notice some of the dead trees over in the background, if you can, which they do look like they're recovering a little bit. Last time we came through here, they were about all black. What happened there was during Hurricane Matthew, those trees over there have fresh water, and Hurricane Matthew caused such an overflow of the ocean that it got mixed with salt water and killed a lot of the trees over there.
They said that the salt water sat for so long they didn't have a lot of rain to where the salt water...
Which I might not even put this on, but you can't even see them now. Say that one more time, I'm sorry.
The salt water, they sat in the salt water because they didn't have much rainwater, fresh water to wash it away.
To wash it away, yeah. And coming up here, this is a nice little resort kind of out in the middle of nowhere. This is called the Matanzas Shores condo. I guess it's a timeshare. Although I did see this featured on Beachfront Bargain Hunt one time, and somebody actually bought there, so I guess you can buy yourself a unit there. That's a really nice place that I doubt we'll ever stay in. Just kind of, like I say, out in the middle of nowhere, has its own beach out back. But still riding up A1A, getting close to Matanzas Inlet. Up here, folks, up here on the right is what I was talking about a moment ago, Marineland. Used to be on both sides of the road. It was like it had a little zoological area where you could see, there's the old sign from years ago, where you could see, you know, birds, different types of birds and animals. And then you would walk over to the right side for the old aquarium. And the aquarium's not like aquariums today. It was not modern. You had to look through little portholes to see in. But man, as a kid, I got a lot of good memories at Marineland. I don't think they really do anything on that side of the road now. But I don't really know what they do with it. I do know that the public can come and have dolphin interactions. But this was the premier aquatic theme park before SeaWorld really became a thing. And I don't know. I guess sometimes change is good, but there's a part of me that doesn't really like a lot of change. I like to see things like they used to be, and Marineland was a place that I remember fondly as a kid visiting. And it's not quite like what it was now, which I guess I'm sure they do a lot of good there if they help rehabilitate dolphins and whales and things. Sure, it's a good thing. I remember taking our boys there when they were small, and you could actually pay a little bit of money and hold a fish. You stood out on a platform and held a fish, and a dolphin would come up and take it right out of your hand. That was a pretty neat thing. So, all right, and coming up is Matanzas Inlet. Not sure exactly. Something historic did happen here. It had to do with the Spanish killing a lot of the French. I don't know if they were trying to protect this area from the French taking it over, what the situation was, but here is the inlet. I wish I handed that to you. Here, take that. Just a little island out there in the middle of it. Then hit the beach right there on the left. It's a really, really neat thing, and actually the whole island goes back here with this one too. And out here is Fort Tanzania. Let me have that. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get that. Not sure. Okay, everybody, since the video of Matanzas Fort and that we've been taking of the inlet was so shaky and jumpy, we decided to just stop. This is the first right pull off after you cross the bridge from Matanzas Inlet. So we're gonna go out here on a little short nature walk, and tells a little bit about the history of the area. We're not gonna actually see the fort from here, but that's in Spanish. But we're just going to go on a little nature walk really quick. It doesn't take long to do this. It's kind of scenic. And there is the Fort Matanzas. And again, this has something to do with the Spanish victory over the French and the protection of this area, I guess. Don't really want to start acting like I know the history when I don't. And you do see some sea turtles out here at times. So let's take a little walk out here. This is a nice little walk, very short, very easy. And we were fortunate enough to find a parking space. You don't always out here, but just a little self-guided walkway here. Through the palms. Our dogs don't quite know how to interact with other dogs. Renoir's choking himself trying to get at the other dog. Can he breathe? He gets too excited. Alright. Continuing on the little nature walk here. Hoping we get to see a sea turtle. Don't know for sure yet. Some little flowers down here. Here are some of the things you can see out here. You can see a gopher tortoise. It's like a rat. Lizard. Rattlesnake. Alright, we're almost out of the ocean here. And some more wildflowers here. Sure. And coming up on the ocean. I've never seen this stretch of beach that crowded before. Now I want you to notice the change in the sand. We're only about maybe 20 miles north of Flagler Beach, and the sand is back to a grayish white color again. Not quite Siesta Key white, but close. What do you notice different about this beach from Flagler Beach?
Sand's white.
Sand is white again. We're back at Siesta Key, aren't we? Not quite. Alright, we're about 14 miles from St. Augustine. So we're going to head on up that way. We are meeting friends again for lunch. We have some friends in Brunswick, Georgia, that we're going to meet up with today. We try to meet up with them anytime we're down in this area, which is not often, but beautiful, beautiful stretch of seashore here.
Alright, I am trying to get the St. Augustine Lighthouse. So we'll get a shot of it here in just a second. Now we've been up there twice, and you can tell there's people actually up there in it. When you go up there in it, it doesn't seem, when you're up there in it, it seems really, really high. But just looking at it from here.
You froze.
I was scared.
You froze, was grabbing onto the railing.
I was holding on, my back was stuck to the back side of the...
Everybody else up there enjoying the view. But there is quite a view from up there. You can see Old Town St. Augustine, you can see the Atlantic Ocean, you can see a lot of ships.
Yeah, you can see a lot from up there. It is really interesting.
If you're in St. Augustine, I highly recommend the lighthouse. as an attraction. We did not have time to do it this trip,
but they also have like the house, I guess, where the person who cared for it, you can go through it.
A lot of neat history. There's a gift shop as you first come in. They sell really good fudge.
Yes.
Key lime fudge.
Yes, we've gotten fudge
and
there.
Orange creamsicle fudge. Those are my favorites.
So you can tell we like sweets.
Yeah, but if you come to St. Augustine, you ought to take the Lighthouse Tour. Well, it's a self-guided tour. Now, you got to be able to walk up steps. We counted how many steps there were. I don't remember.
And it's circular.
It's several hundred.
It's circular on the inside, and they are also the wire mesh, whatever, you can see through up or down. So if you're like me and not crazy about heights that you're having to climb yourself, just look straight ahead. That's what I did. Don't look down.
If you're like me, just climb them and enjoy it.
Don't look down.
We're coming now up on the Bridge of Lions, coming back into Old Town St. Augustine. Once you cross the bridge, it's kind of more modern, but once you cross the Bridge of Lions over Matanzas Bay here, you'll see the Edgewater Inn on your right. We're coming back into St. Augustine. I know we did a ride through the other day, but we're doing another ride through. Oh, look at that ship out there. Try to get, I don't know if you can get that ship. The drawbridge is coming up. This will be cool. If you can get that ship when we stop. I've not seen that one here before.
Is that a fishing?
I don't know. Let me pull up the link. Why don't you hop out and get it, because we're going to the drawbridge is getting ready to go up.
So while we are waiting on the bridge to come up, I guess for this ship to pass through, I jumped out, crossed over the little median thing here. So here is the big ship that's coming. And over there is the fort. The fort's really neat. You can go inside of it and see how they lived in there, and they'll shoot off the cannon, which they just use bread to do that. And of course over here, some of the shops and hotels, restaurants of St. Augustine. And there is the drawbridge coming up, which is really cool. And then you can see the ship's moving a little bit faster so we can go through there. And then off in the distance over there is the bridge going out to Volano. Let's see that out there. St. Augustine is just a really, really neat place. We love coming out here. I think that's actually maybe a shrimp boat. Looks like those things are about as tall as the drawbridge is up high. Pretty cool. Guess I better get back in the van. Alright. Drawbridge is down, now going into St. Augustine.
Looking at Flagler College there in the background. And as I said the other day when we were coming through here, Nights of Lights in December is a beautiful time to come to St. Augustine. This whole park area here, which they've got construction going on now, is lit up. You can take a trolley tour through here.
All these palm trees on the side are all lit up.
One of my favorite things to do is just walk this sidewalk right here along the waterway, the bay area, and show the little trash can on the right here. There's always rats that live in that little trash can. I found that out throwing something away one time, and now every time I go by, I kick the trash can, they run out. They're always there, aren't they?
They are, yes.
Sorry about that, but it's easier for me to get this. Don't look like there's anything in there now. Oh, there's a Castillo de San Marcos fort. A lot of history there.
They're redoing it.
Yeah.
Coming soon, River and Fort Restaurant.
Rooftop lounge. We'll have to pay that a visit because that used to be a Mexican restaurant. That was always our first night in town. We would eat there. Beautiful view of the bay. We'd all see dolphins every time.
Yeah, you'd sit up there. It was nice.
But St. Augustine is one of the neatest places outside of Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge that you will ever visit. Or I should say outside the Smoky Mountains. Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge are becoming ridiculous with the crowds, but it can be crowded here too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pan back over here to the fort. Try to zoom up so you don't get part of our van here. Really, really neat place.
And there's a restaurant right there with a seat up there.
Yeah, but that's not right on the bay, but it'd be something neat to see sometime. And those two gates right there, the city gates, that's entrance to St. George Street, where you just walk down a cobblestone street and you see a lot of firsts. You see the first wooden schoolhouse, you see, well, what else?
Schoolhouse.
Mine just went blank.
Well, there's the Spanish quarters. You
There's
can
the
actually
Spanish
see their,
quarters.
like old outfits, and there's
Yeah.
a Spanish bread bakery.
Spanish bakery, yeah. You can get sweets or breads.
They have like, well, there's candy shops up through there, Kilwins.
There's two Kilwins, one on each
Yeah.
end of town, I think.
Yeah, and there's a Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. There's also a Potter's Wax museum back there.
Yeah, they moved it. It used to be down there in the City Park Square area, but it's actually down a block from St. George now.
What's that building over there? I can't read. It says now hiring. I can't see what it says.
I don't know.
Oh, something hospitality must be it.
But you can see the Spanish flair to the buildings here in town. Even the motels, most of them try to copy that. But we didn't do St. Augustine this time other than just a ride through. But this is one of our favorite vacation destinations. So, alright, finishing our ride through of St. Augustine. We're pretty much out of the main historic district. There are still a few attractions coming up. The Fountain of Youth is up here. Some of the worst tasting water you'll ever see or drink, but still pretty neat. History. It tells about the history of St. Augustine there, and how Ponce de Leon believed he had found the Fountain of Youth. The old Dairy Queen there is shut down.
Yeah, it was shut down last time we come through here, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, was it? I didn't remember. Now this Days Inn on the left, this is where we usually stay at when we stay in the historic district. We've stayed out at Magic Beach Motel on Volano Beach a couple of times too in the last few years. But almost at the end of town. There is a pretty neat, I'm going to hand it back over to Shaughnessy right to here. Get that oak tree. If you can see that big oak tree. I don't know if she got it or not. But anyway,
hopefully I did.
that's supposed to be, I think, the oldest tree in Florida. I don't know how they know that. But it's called something Chief. Big Chief, Old Chief, something Chief. But it's supposed to be the oldest oak tree, I think, in the state of Florida. Again, don't ask me how they know. I don't know how they know. But, alright. All good things must come to an end, and thus ends our Florida vacation. We're going to be back in Georgia here a little bit, meeting with our friends, and headed back to North Carolina and back to work tomorrow. So, thank you for following us on our journey this week of various places in Florida: Siesta Key, Anna Maria Island, Flagler Beach. I don't even remember where all we've been. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
But,
It's not really been long. It's been a week.
But we
Not long
appreciate you
enough.
following us on our journey. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to our channel. And have a great day.